For those of us who work in news, it was just as hard to believe the images that unfolded on September 11th.
That's right. Tonight, we hear from members of the KSFY news team who were working that day to see what they remember most.
All of the reporters were saying, this isn't an explosion, this is an attack. We are under an attack. And I remember my heartbeat just racing.
You thought to yourself, my God, what just happened? How did that happen? It didn't initially make sense.
Brian and Nancy were both working the day the towers fell. Nancy was on a shoot with a group of senior citizens and broke the news to them.
And I said, I don't know if you guys have heard, but we're under attack. They think terrorists are attacking us. 2 planes have gone into the World Trade Center. And I will never forget the look of all of the seniors on their face, because this was the Pearl Harbor of our time.
Brian Allen was among those scrambling to put together a late morning special report on the day's events.
Everyone tried to stay calm, because we would do the public no good if we were running around with our heads cut off.
Other members of the KSFY team learned about the tragedy while still at home.
I just remember holding my daughter and thinking, wow, a big old jet airliner just hit the World Trade Center. What a horrible accident. Second reaction was, this is something much bigger than that.
In the sports world, all Major League Baseball games were canceled on September 11th.
I remember going to shoot a volleyball game at O'Gorman, and they had the moment of silence before, but it was a very light night, and sports seemed very unimportant, obviously, on that day.
6 months after the terrorist attacks, Nancy Nave Brown visited Ground Zero.
To us, it was like it just had happened, because the smell of just death and destruction was still there, but yet the hope that a spirit of giving and kindness will rebuild the city and rebuild the country.
And I know I had asked you today, were you scared in the midst of it all? And you'd said you're so busy, there really wasn't time to be afraid.
Yeah, in the moment, in the heat of the moment, you're just thinking about getting the job done. In our business, it's getting the facts out to you, and again, not losing our heads. It really sinks in later, though. Where were you when the attacks happened?
Well, I was working in a different station at that time, and I actually had the day off. So I was scared, because all I did was sit at home, watch TV, and just take it all in, take it all in. So I was really immersed in it from the first day, and it was scared for friends and family and anybody else, just like everybody around the country.
It just hit you. 3,000 people died.
Yeah.
Ugh.